Okay, good. Welcome everyone to our One Team Works Monday night quarantine party. We are excited to come to you from all of our home offices because that's the only choice we have right now, and that's okay. It's good enough. And so we're living in a time this has never happened before, where literally everything is being shut down. And the whole world is being told to slow down or stop for just a little while to let this virus pass and not harm as many people as it could. And so what that means for us is we have a whole lot of people that won't be able to work for the next few weeks. So we have a great opportunity where they can earn income right away. They can start working with us right away, and they can make income weekly as needed. And so it's a huge opportunity, but we have to really be mindful of the fear that people are having, we don't want to take advantage. We want to make sure and do it in a respectful and a loving way. And so we're going to talk tonight about some tactful and yet very effective ways to approach people about what we have as an opportunity and also about our products. And so I know that, Dave, you and I were talking a little bit earlier about it, and you were saying just some ways to really go about it in a respectful way based on what's going on.
Yeah. Well, good evening, everybody. It's great to be with you. It's awesome, by the way. If you can show your face, it's just really powerful. So if you can, I know if you're driving, don't do that, but don't be shy. It's interesting. I've done a lot of reflection over the last 24 hours. Certainly today was just really kind of surreal. Kids were home from school. All the emails coming in. I've gotten a lot of states are going on lockdown. I mean, as Dana said, this is unprecedented. And I think the key that I will tell you, I mean, look, from a individualistic standpoint and certainly from a business standpoint, this is the time to lead. Okay, it really is, and I can promise you this: however you decide to do it, or whatever facet you decide to do it, if you lead the way through this, whether it be with your family, your friends, or your network marketing business, you're going to come out on top in the end. Okay, this is going to pass. Okay, we all know that, right? I mean, it's just kind of crazy. Like my daughter and I were going to yesterday. I mean, it's kind of funny. We've been joking about it, but we kind of like realized that we had like 6 rolls of toilet paper in the house. You know what I mean? And we had like no water, and like the Charleston water is like rancid. It's like crazy. And we're like, okay, we should probably go to. And we go to the grocery store, and you can see the energy with the people. It's just like, what is up? I mean, everybody's going crazy. It's kind of a herd mentality, right? Like everybody like tends to, I mean, look, there are a lot more followers than leaders in this world. We all realize that, right? But if we as network marketers are different. We as entrepreneurs are different, and we need to embrace that. We need to embrace, what was it, Dana, that Bob taught us? Embrace our inner weirdo. Was that what it was?
Yeah, he said embrace your inner weirdo, and it really spoke to both of us.
It did, because we're freaking out of our minds. I mean,
we're both weirdos.
we're total clowns. But I think, like, here's the thing: there's no time for fear in this thing, and I don't want to undermine the severity of this virus. I'm not doing that. Please understand, I'm not doing it. There are a lot of people suffering, and it's as serious as a heart attack. So you don't want to shortchange the severity of it. But this is not the time to be fearful. This is a time to lead. And so before we get into this words that work, and honestly, we want to talk to you about the prospecting 101 and how you can really win in general, let alone in a time like this. I just want to emphasize that, like, leadership always starts with ourselves. Like it all starts with leading ourselves. Forget about leading anybody else. So if you're on here and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, I'm just brand new. I don't even have a team yet." That's okay. But you need to lead yourself to the point of developing a team, if that makes sense. Okay. So the three areas that I think we need to lead ourselves in are, number one, our family. And my daughter Grace and I did a Facebook Live a couple hours ago, and it was cool. We were just kind of like, what the heck are we gonna do? Like, we're living in a 1,300 square foot apartment, 3-bedroom apartment. Like we have this massively beautiful clubhouse here, and with pools and gyms and all this. I mean, it's like a resort, and they just locked it down on us today. So we're like, okay, what do we got to do here, right? So we know we just need to get out and about. The virus isn't going to chase us on our bikes, right? It's not going to chase us when we walk along the river, and the time. And so number one, everybody has a different family dynamic, but we need to lead our families first and foremost. And I want to say this, for those of you who have children, I know everybody doesn't hear I have like young children, but like for those of you who have children, that's a pretty big responsibility in itself. But understand that every child is a product of their environment, and it's really going to be really important on what they see you do, like how they see you reacting to this. They're always listening. What they hear you saying is going to be an important piece. So we got to lead our family first and foremost. Secondly, it's about the friendships, and we'll talk about this, but I mean, I hope this brings the phone call back. Honestly, I think that's a powerful thing, because especially in networking, like, pick up the phone, dial it, right? And just reach out to somebody and say, hey, I woke up thinking about you. What's up? How you doing? Isn't this crazy? Like, how you doing? I mean, I think that's a really easy thing to do. And sometimes the easiest things to do are the hardest things to do for some reason. But we got to lead ourselves. We got to lead our families. We got to lead our friends. And ultimately, we're here to help lead you, and we're here to have you lead us. Okay. This is a two-way street. Okay. And we really want, one team works. The heart-centered leadership revolution that we've spoken about is very true. And so let's not overcomplicate this thing. Let's not get emotionally attached or emotionally engaged in anything that's not going to serve us. Let's just focus on this, right? It's kind of like, it's kind of interesting, like on Facebook, and I said it to Dana, I think it was yesterday, maybe it was this morning, I don't know, everything's blurring together. But I've seen a lot of network marketers out there, saying, oh, thank gosh, I have a home-based business. I don't have, yeah, BS, man. Like, it's like, come on, get over that already. Like that's JV. That is JV ball, okay? We're playing varsity ball here. We want to be empathetic. We want to be authentic. Don't be that person. Don't go out there saying, oh, I have this like home-based thing. I'm immune to this thing. I mean, do you think really somebody's really going to be attracted to that? They're not. They're not. And so anyhow, I just think it's not worthy to boast. I think the things we want to do in a turbulent time like this is we want to focus on uplifting others. We want to focus on serving others. Because trust me when I say this, when this thing blows over, that's what they're going to remember. Okay, that's what they're going to remember. But if you're the person who goes out there and gets all kind of boisterous, I mean, I was looking at some people it's even about the products too. And don't take this personal, anybody. I mean, but it's like, look, I know, but there's some companies out there that have immune boosting products, and they're putting packs out there, and they're suggesting, it's just like, how do I say it? Like, you want it to, anytime there's chaos, there's opportunity, but the way you take advantage of that opportunity is what separates you. Right. And I think it's really important to lead with the heart and the caring, empathetic approach to things. It's going to really separate you from all the noise in the media, from all the noise on social. So anyhow, that's all I want to say, Dana, to kind of get out. It's just been on my mind all day. And so let's talk about, like, not so much where's the work, but let's talk about some like prospecting tips, to give people, everybody, I mean, basically what we're doing, and how people can really take advantage of this time when people, quite candidly, are at home, like thinking, what the heck am I going to do? I mean, because here's the thing, and I don't mean to go off on a tangent here, Dana, but I mean, like, we're in a service-based economy. Okay. And so, yes, if you work for a corporation, or you're, an executive or a manager, or, you're working for Microsoft or what, I mean, like, there's things you can do from home and you can still function and work. But the truth of the matter is, Like I read today on the internet somewhere, it was CNBC or somewhere, that there are 4 million people in the restaurant industry that are being displaced. 4 million. Okay. And we could talk all day long about these people. This is some serious stuff. These people, a good portion of them, it's their full-time income. And then a good portion of those people, actually, it's probably their side gig. You got a full-time. I know when I waited tables all through college and for 2 or 3 years out of college. Best job I ever had. But it wasn't, but there's a lot of people out there doing it because their regular gig isn't suffice. In other words, it's not like absolutely like supporting their family. So it's a service-based economy. Lots of people are sitting back. If they're working for a really good company, those companies are stepping up, but they're far and few between. We don't know how long this is going to last. We're going to just sit there and pray and be positive and assume that it's all going to blow over, certainly by the summer, but you don't really know. So anyhow, I feel like I'm going off my tangent here, but I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about what the opportunity we have. I'm very passionate about helping liberate people. That's how I made a living for 2.5 decades now. But it just seems like this is the first time in my entire career that this is serious stuff, man. Like we have something amazing here. We need to share it, but we need to share it properly. If that makes sense. So Dana, what do you want to talk about here? Prospecting tips 101? Is that what you want to talk about? I'm done my rant, man. I'm done my rant for the day. I just had to give it up.
We have something that everyone needs, and that's just the case. We have, when I did a Facebook Live with Danielle Slackson, if you're on here, girl, you rocked it. A little bit earlier, it was actually an Instagram Live. And we talked about how you don't want to, if you're sitting at home quarantined and you're thinking about a virtual business, you don't want to do all the work of starting your own online business, right? The website, the overhead of getting your Shopify site set up, the overhead of getting distributions. That's not going to be possible. What we have is plug and play. They literally get in, they have their website ready. They have the products ready. They have everything ready. People just have to shop online and they get paid every Thursday. And so it really is just very, very simplified for people. It's very easy for them to just jump right on board, come on board. And then this, all of the different industries that will be hit where people won't be able to make any income, this is something they can do. And I tell you what, guys, since all of this has been happening, I am busier than I've ever been. I've been on more Connect calls with all of you. And I know Dave has too. So congrats to all of you keeping us busy. I did an incredible Connect call with Allison Hang a little bit earlier of someone that's an influencer in the fitness industry. And she was fired up, excited about this opportunity. She's not going to be able to personal train people if they all, hi girl. Hey, sister. She's on here now, guys. Everyone welcome her. So the fact of the matter is people want what we have. Dave and I did another Connect call with a couple. The husband's a really huge realtor in Brevard County where I grew up. They're good friends of mine and they know everyone influential. And so it's all about who they know. And so we're going to actually talk. This is really going to be good, guys. This is something that we put together for an event we did at one point. And I was able to whip it on up for you guys tonight, right before we started. And it's, you can easily take photos, and I can also upload this into our One Team Works group. Okay. So these are prospecting tips. Yes, it might seem simple, but we like to beat everything with a simple stick. We want to keep it super simple for you guys because we want you to get duplication fast. So you're in business, act like it, be proud, posture up. Okay. There's absolutely no shame in our game. What we have is incredible and the products we have are incredible. And so we're all loud and proud. Okay. And some people wonder if they should lead with the products first or the opportunity. I've seen way more leading with the opportunity with this company, which I love. It's easier to lead with the opportunity with our pre-enrollee links. We definitely need to be organized. We need to have our passion planner or a networking notebook. We need to keep good notes. This is always something I've struggled with that I've gotten better with. You know, I'm on year 6 of network marketing, so I'm finally good at it. So give yourself time to get good at things, right? Work from a list. I loved what Dave said about let's bring the phone back. Let's bring the phone call back. You know, calling people, asking how they're doing, not being too busy, not just relying on text messages. Pick up the phone and say, how are you doing? I know this has got to be hitting you hard. Are you okay? And then creating emotional conversations. If you guys could tell me in the chat what that means. What does an emotional conversation mean to you? For me, an emotional conversation means a memorable conversation. It means something that will hit their heart, that they'll remember, something that will mean something to them, you know, asking a lot of questions, being an active listener. When people feel heard, they want to be around you more, right? When they feel heard, they don't feel like you have an agenda. You know, I want you to be able to chat with people without having an agenda, but still being able to offer help, if that makes sense. Okay, hold on. Use our simple marketing system and go from online to offline as quickly as possible. A lot of us have great conversations online. We have awesome conversations on Messenger, awesome conversations on Instagram direct message, but we want to try to bring it offline as quickly as possible. I'm very quick to schedule a phone call or a Zoom with them. And I give them 2 to 3 options. Okay, you know what? This sounds like I need to just get you on the phone. Can we talk tomorrow at 1, tomorrow at 5 p.m., or, you know, Wednesday at 7? You know, give them a couple time options that they can choose from. Paying compliments gets attention. These have to be genuine compliments. They have to be what you love most about that person. And seeking to find, you know, the good in everyone, always. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Okay, how many of you guys have heard that before? I see some smiles, so I know you guys have heard it before. Ignorance on fire, that was definitely me my first year in network marketing. And now, because I'm really not a CBD expert, it's me right now, right? I know if only all of us had the knowledge about CBD that Carrie has. You know, we just don't. But we know we feel good on the products. We know they're helping us. We know, we're, like Dr. Sarah said, she's happier than she's ever been, and she's been 5 days on the CBD. You know, so we can be just enthusiastic about our results. And that's okay. And that's often good enough. Less is more. Definitely don't word vomit. And then you want me to finish this and then you'll do this, Dave? Okay. Okay, so the if I will you is all about getting a confirmation. It's all about, if I will send you this pre-enrollee link, will you watch the video tour? Will you give me your feedback? Will you tell me what you love most? If I will you, if I send this to you, or if I get you on the phone with someone, with my mentor, will you talk to him? You know, asking for confirmation and getting their confirmation from them before you send it. Networking through people. Everyone knows everyone. So that person you know might not be perfect. You can be calling all your friends while you're quarantined, but you can definitely say, who do you know that needs income right now? Who do you know that's looking for virtual income? Who do you know that's struggling and might be really excited to have the opportunity to get direct deposit every Thursday? So network through people, because we all know those that are going through hard times. Figure out what works and do it often. Figure out where your strong suits are and work on those all the time. And then I don't think I need to tell this group because this group is like the most heart-centered group ever. It's just why law of attraction worked really well in our favor. But genuinely care about people. And I know you guys do, and that's why you're good at what you do, and that's why you picked this team, I think. You genuinely care about people, and you really genuinely want to help people. Be vulnerable and willing to help. And just know with a little bit of posture that people need what we have right now. All right, Dave.
So what do we got here? Leading with CBD. So we all know there's so many ways that you can kind of, approach people. I think the main thing that I saw on that list, Dana, was the importance of being vulnerable. And I think that's important at a time like this. Like, in other words, what I mean by that is, like, it's okay to acknowledge that you have challenges. I think it's okay to acknowledge that. I also think that if you do that, it's actually part of your story when you go out and tell people what you're doing and why you're doing it. Okay, so anyhow, we can lead with two ways. We can lead with CBD. We can lead with the business. When you lead with product, you're basically inviting people to your online CBD business, your online hemp store, if you will. And we're actually promoting this hemp-based or plant-based lifestyle. There's zero risk, when you approach people with the product. It's either get results or get your money back. And there's never going to be an issue on price. I mean, some people will say that, but just understand if you come across that, it's just really an excuse. And that, the truth is, price is an issue with only the absence of value. So think about it from this perspective. If somebody you're speaking to has expressed some stress, and to Dana's point, there is a ton of stress in our society today. And I don't know if you can put a value on that, to de-stress, to be really kind of centered and in the right place. I mean, it's quite invaluable, I think. So that's what I say. If you can take a picture of this, obviously we don't treat, diagnose. If you are leading with product, you want to lead with your personal story, and it's pretty straightforward. Like if you are leading with product, or somebody wants to become a customer, you're sending them to your personal My Daily Choice website, okay, and let them do the rest there. So what do we got here, Dana? I'm actually seeing this for the first time. What do you know about seeing this? Just scroll up a little bit. No, not that way, like the other way. Okay, so look, I don't want to read all these texts. What I would really encourage you to do is take some pictures of this stuff. And some of these scripts we've had in our other trainings, we've seen it, but then some of them are new as well. I think there's a couple different ways. I mean, I think being humble in your approach, I mean, the do me a favor approach, guys, is a pretty strong approach. I mean, I'd like to see anybody, if you can just type a 1 in the what do you call it, in the chat, if you've actually used this approach. Dana's used it, Daryl's used it, Stephanie, and Alice has done it 6 times. Shanley. Okay, so look, if you haven't, it may sound weird, but honestly, your only objective in this is to get somebody to evaluate what you're doing. Get the people to evaluate what you actually have to offer. So the do me a favor piece is pretty powerful. And I would urge you to do it. But the part that I really want to focus on is leading with the business. So Dana, if you can just kind of scroll up a little bit and see what we got going on here. Okay. Wow, look at this stuff. Interesting. So when you lead with the business, let me tell you why I personally lead with the business. Number one, I lead with the business because if somebody is not interested, I can always say, well, that's cool, try my product. Whereas if I lead with a product exclusively and somebody says no, it's a dead end. It just feels like a dead, to me anyhow, it felt like a dead end. I think that the team building aspect of what we do gives us leverage. And again, if you're interested in building a leveraged income, then you need to build a team through leverage. Okay, that's the truth. So one of the things you want to get really good at, obviously, is talking to people about the business model and talking to people about, what their role can be, how they personally can participate. But the only way you can effectively do that is understand their pain, first and foremost, like what their personal challenges may be and how your what you have could be a solution to that. Okay. I want to say this one line. I like this fourth line here. You have Dan here. Your success or lack of shouldn't be made an issue. This is an important thing. I have to assume that the majority of you have not had 2 digits in front of a comma on a regular check. In other words, we're talking about a 6-figure residual income in this business, and that's okay, but that's not the issue. In other words, like you're where you are in the process is not the issue. The issue is this is what you're doing, this is why you're doing it, and you're looking for people who would like to participate in that process. You know, participate in the potential of changing their lives personally. Okay. I think it's important to understand the benefits of network marketing. You don't have to be a network marketing expert, but understanding the benefits of it, or understanding the hot buttons that are there are important. You know, I mean, like, especially today, you know, in today's day and age, in this whole like situation we're in, what are people really feeling? You know, they're feeling the pinch. They're afraid of the disease, the virus, number one, but there's also a fear around, well, shoot, who's going to watch the kids? You know, what am I going to do financially? And I'm actually, I think, whether it's tomorrow or the next day, I'm actually going to conjure up a live of what to do from a financial standpoint in a time like this, because it is kind of unprecedented. And I think there are things you can do. So I'm not going to go off on a tangent. So I'll just kind of erase that. But I think it's an important thing that I think a lot of people should understand. So you want to understand the benefits of networking. Obviously, you want to share your story, but here's the thing. Like, we say this like we're a broken record, right? Like, you each need to ask yourself. I know some of you are brand new and you're just kind of like latching on here, but you got to look at your speedometer. You got to look at your gauge. How many pre-enrollees have you gotten in the last 24 to 48 hours? That's a straight up question, people. Like, seriously, like, how many have you gotten? I'll be honest with you, I only got one. Okay, that's what I got, one. But that's a question. Dana, you got 2? Awesome. Well, I knew you'd trump me somehow, one way or another. But in any event, we have this like personal like competitiveness that flows here. I did notice, by the way, you're on the leaderboard with like 5 or 6 enrollments, which is good. I'm right behind you with 1 enrollment because I enrolled somebody as an executive, the executive pack. But anyhow, what was I? Quite lost my train of thought. I don't know what the heck I was saying. But anyhow, the importance of the basic is the pre-enrollments. That's the gauge. That's what I was saying. So, guys, it's just a function of figuring out what you want to say and how you want to say it, and then just reaching out. Okay, just be authentic, be real. It's all good, you know. And then ultimately, whether you're asked somebody, you take the approach straight on, or better yet, like me, if you want to network through people, that's an important piece. And that's the point where you get the least amount of rejection, by the way. So for those of you who have this fear of objections and rejections, that's the route for you. You know, and that's the one I always use because I don't want to hear it. I'm like any other mere mortal. I don't like hearing rejections either. So I like telling people what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, and then asking them who they know that may have an interest in this process. Okay. What do we got on the next slide here, Dana? Do we have anything else underneath this? Oh, look at that. There's some pretty good points here. Wow, you did a good job on this. Wow. So this whole training, by the way, is coming back. I think we did this in Colorado like 2 years ago. Is that what this thing? It's like a flashback. And I've had plenty of flashbacks. I've had plenty of reasons to have flashbacks. That's a whole other story. But anyhow, look, we're not in the convincing business. We are not in the convincing business. If somebody is not interested, it's okay. We just let them go. It's just they're not interested right now. The other point here is that, you know, what most people do in network marketing, and I got to assume most of you have done this, because I've done it too, is we have a tendency to go to that like low-hanging fruit. The people like, there's 3 types of people. There's the people that look up to us, right? And that's what we normally go to easily because we think we have influence over them, and we do. And then there's people who we look eye to eye with, And they're usually our besties, our family members, and the people we're interacting with on a regular basis. The truth is, they're the hardest people. They're the hardest. Okay. And then there's the people we look up to. And most people in network marketing don't go to those people because they're afraid of what they will think. They're afraid of the response. They're afraid of the rejection. But here's the truth. The people you look up to them for a reason. Why not reach out to them and pay them a compliment? You know, I mean, really, seriously, pay them a compliment. Tell them how much you appreciate them. Tell me how much you are impressed of what they've accomplished, and then ask them a favor. Ask them to do you a favor. So it's all about recruiting up, guys. The people who are the most motivated, the most successful, the civic leaders, the people who are leaders in general, they are the people who get it. They are the people who take charge on it. Okay, if you look at any leader within any facet of our society, but let's focus on network marketing specifically, those people tend to have had some level of success in the past. Or if they hadn't, they just made a decision and they're taking the action. It's almost like the ignorance on fire thing, right? So I think that's really powerful. So Dana, I'm going to pass this back to you. This conversation starters. Do we have those for both product and business?
Yeah. Check this out. This is gold.
This is gold. Why don't you take away? Lay that out for everybody.
So we had a lot of success. How many of you guys put a 2 in the chat if you were a part of the challenge that we did a few weeks ago? Maybe it was a month ago, where we challenged people to put on their Facebook profile, what do you know about CBD and what was your experience? Like, in not those exact words, but we had people do a CBD post asking people what they knew about it. If you were a part of it, put 2 in the chat below. I loved it because we did it on our mastermind. We did it as a challenge that wasn't promoted heavily on the mastermind. You guys all took it and ran with it. And the next morning, I remember waking up and just scrolling, and it was like CBD post, CBD post, CBD post, CBD post. And I was like, I am so freaking proud of this team. Like, you guys just blew me away. I was so proud. And the cool thing is, I want to say it was Gina. Gina, I don't know if you're on here from Colorado, but Gina, I remember seeing, she did a post, and I just remember seeing comment. And a lot of you guys had so many comments on there where people were literally laying out testimonials for you of what CBD has done in their life. And so I highly recommend us reinstating that challenge to anyone that hasn't done it recently, anyone that's newer, anyone that would just like to go public and kind of feel out where your Facebook network is when it comes to these trending products. So a general post, a color block background, because it gets a lot of attention, and just a simple, what do you know about CBD? Have you tried CBD? What has been your experience? Something simple that'll fit on there. I'd encourage them to comment, because people love to comment. They love to engage in your posts. You just have to give them a call to action and ask for it. And so another conversation starter as you're picking up the phone and you're calling all these people. Another one is, I just started an online business with the #1 CBD company in the world, and I'm so excited about it. I get a 25% off discount for my customers. If I sent you a link to my website, would you do me a favor and take a video tour? That's not necessarily a product starter, because the video tour is very business forward. But I think that is a good question to keep in our tool bank. If I sent you a link to my website, would you do me a favor and take the video tour? Who do you know that's interested in improving their health? How are you feeling physically? And then, of course, the who do you know question. Let me see how far this goes. It goes far, guys. So I'll go just a little bit longer, but I promise I'm going to actually upload this into our One Team Works Facebook group right as soon as this mastermind is over. So you guys can get it and save your favorite ones and also share it with your affiliates. Okay. Conversation starters for the business. If you're talking to someone on Instagram that has a pretty large following, how are you monetizing your social media following? What do you know about residual income? That is the exact question that got my mind working 6 years ago, because I said no. A million times I said no. I said I wouldn't do network marketing. I worked too hard to have my reputation as a holistic doctor. And I said I would just use the products for my family. And then someone asked me the question, have you ever thought about building a residual income? That was the exact question that got my mind racing. And I was like, what? That's a possibility? And that really got my interest. So you never know what's going to pique their interest, right? Sometimes it's just it's almost like expanding their mindset, right? Helping to show them the vision of what's possible, helping to show them what can be done with this type of business, the time freedom, the lifestyle freedom, the income that comes even when you're on lockdown, right? Those types of things are really, really appealing. Have you ever wanted to own your own business? What do you know about network marketing? Do you keep your options open for an additional stream of income? I really respect your business knowledge, the success you've had. I would love to get your opinion on this business. I started a new online CBD business. Would you be open to looking at the line of products I'm offering? I'm looking for referrals. So a whole bunch of really good words that work. I've partnered with the world's largest CBD company. They're expanding rapidly. 2020 is all about global expansion. And we're offering people the opportunity to own and operate their own online CBD business. It has its own automated marketing system. I love telling people about the marketing system. I'm so darn proud of the marketing system. Would you like to earn more money? Dave, you came up with a lot of these. Do you want to elaborate?
I mean, I think we just kind of, philosophically, I think we just post it, honestly. I mean, we can go through all this, but I mean, I think it's, I think we probably get more value in like opening it up to the group, honestly.
Yeah.
And seeing who's doing what and why, and seeing how we can direct people. But at the end of the day, there's either, you know, you're announcing a business announcement, you're announcing your new business, you're approaching people directly with the product, directly with the opportunity, asking people to do you a favor. I mean, there's so many different ways, but at the end of the day, it's just a function of how many people have you spoken to today. And I think, you know, Dane and I both well enough. Like, we're not whip, you know, we're not really kind of pressurized people, you know what I mean? Like, we do keep it real, you know? And so, you know, if you have having a challenge or any way, shape or form, or if you, like, I should say, haven't approached, you know, 50 or 60% of the people on your phone dial, then maybe there needs to be a conversation, okay? And just help you get to a point where you can become like convicted on what you're doing and how you're doing it, if that makes sense. So let's just open it up. Let's open it up for anybody who wants to chat it up.
Okay, good, guys. So this is where we get, this is where we get to hear your words. What's working for you? This is actually my favorite part of the whole live, of our whole mastermind. So if you would like to chat, unmute your line. I'd like to know what's working for you guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Well, yeah, I've been kind of trying to plan and you know, we're all in that crazy mode of what are we doing and getting settled into a new I guess normal for a little bit here, but I was out today kind of getting some stuff, and I got a cup of coffee, and the barista, I was like, I just loved her energy. She just had great energy. So after I had a conversation with somebody, I said, can I talk with you over here? And she's like, sure. And I was like, I just have to tell you, I love your energy. And I think that, how are you doing? I asked her how she was doing. She's like, this has been kind of a crazy time. And I said, do you mind if I give you my my card? And I'd like to have a conversation with you because I know in this uncertain time, I might be a resource later for you. And she was like, I love this. And can I give you my card? And I was like, yes, because, it's good to get their information so you can follow up. But I really was just being genuine, and it felt really, really great. And it wasn't, planned at all. I just thought, I feel like I need to tell her this. And so I just said, yes, because we do have this gift right now. And then I was out in Colorado, because I live in Colorado, and I was at a store getting trying to get some. We're fine on TP here, so we're good. But anyway, we can send you some, David. Anyhow, I was sitting there and I said, oh, what are you looking for? And she was like, I'm actually looking for CBD. And I was like, And so I said, well, I told her what I said. I have an online business. And I said, I'll give you my information. I said, because if we end up getting stuck in the house, it drop ships to your house. And she was like, oh, that's great. So we had a conversation as we were waiting in line and stuff. And then she asked a little bit more, and I just said, yeah, I said, if you run into people who are in need of, extra income at this time, refer them to me too. Cause I kind of explained the business a little. And then she's like, my husband works in the restaurant system and they're closing tomorrow. So I might be in touch with you. And I had no clue, but it's just a genuine conversation, and hopefully, I can benefit her with either getting her product that she needs, or maybe it'll be a gift, because I guess they're closing for 8 weeks, the whole restaurant that he's with. I don't know about all the other ones. So again, just a genuine conversation, and then, not leading. I've been kind of toning it down, matching the energy we're all in, right? But I say, I'm really grateful I did this and I diversified, and if I can help more people, that would be great. And then I shut up, which for me is, trust me, that's a 2-year lesson. And getting there.
I love that. The best part is the pause, right? When you're prospecting, it really is. There are times where I have to tell myself to stop talking too. Yeah, you're just like, nope, zip the lips. Knowing when to zip the lips is the best part about prospecting. Good job, Carrie. I love that.
Thanks.
8 weeks, man. That just seems a little extreme. 8 weeks.
I don't know. I mean, she was like, she's like, I just got a text, so I don't really know much. And I said, well, if you know people in the service industry, this might be an option. Happy to reach out and let them know what's going on, what we have, and kind of left it there. So we'll see.
That's wild. Thank you, Carrie. Good job prospecting, girl. Good job. Okay, who would like to go next? Any prospecting stories or things that are working for you or anything like that? Unmute yourself.
I'll unmute. Huh?
Hey, girl, you have been on fire lately. You are building your team. Goodness.
Sure. It's I'm just doing it. That's what I would say. I think I used to say, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? I had so much, how do, and now I'm just even if it feels uncomfortable doing it. So Dana gave me a goal to have 10 new, pre-enrollees. And I did this week. That was really big for me. And something that's interesting. So I came from a prior company. I made this excuse that nobody in Jamaica would want it, or nobody, because it's so hard to get stuff here. But I think it was just the stuff they had. Maybe it's really good, but CBD is trending. It just feels very easy to talk about CBD. And I kind of do a little I've tried Jamaican CBD. I don't feel the way I do on this. So people are actually generally very interested in oh, well, what you got? Because I think they're trying too to find a good one. So that's been, you also challenged me to get a warm market list. And so that's what I've been doing this week. Say hi. I'm breastfeeding right now. but that's what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. And I can say, Dana said my team is growing like crazy. Honestly, I have like 2 people, but that's a big, 2 it's big now. Big compared to what it was a few weeks ago, you know? I'm going to mute it because he's getting loud, but
I love it. He's always welcome to be loud on our masterminds. Babies are always welcome. Hi, cutie pie. We are family friendly. You know what, girl? Oh, he loves the CBD too. Yep. Oh my gosh, he's cute. Look at that, cutie. You got to unmute, Dr. Tracy.
I just gave him his first dose during this meeting so he would calm down a little. I haven't given it to him.
Man, every mom needs that with the kids at home from school now. Goodness. I love it. You know what? You've been in nonstop action. Everything I challenged you to do, you took it and you ran with it. And 10 pre-enrollees, we challenged everyone. Also last Saturday, Dina Cozell got it. I think Allison got it. I know you, Dr. Tracy, got it. If any of you guys reached that goal, comment in the chat because we want to celebrate you. And if you got 9, guess what? We're celebrating that too. If you got 7 because you were working harder than you normally would have, you know, that's a huge win. It's just sometimes taking that challenge and running with it and just using it for self-motivation, right? And that is huge. You are building your team. And another thing I love, Dr. Tracy told me today, is that she had never really felt comfortable leading with the business until this company. And this company makes it so much easier for her to lead with the business. And I thought that was really huge because it's a chance to step up as a network marketer, right? And to just up your game as a professional. And I love that. Good job, Dina. Good job, Allison. Good job, Dr. Tracy. Proud of you. That's huge. That's awesome. And more comfortable building in Jamaica. I would love to come to Jamaica. You've probably going to have a big team there, and that's going to be exciting. Good. Yes. Awesome. Who else would like to come? We'd love to hear your voice. Unmute if you can.
Hey guys.
Hey, girlfriend.
How you doing?
Hey, sister.
Hey everybody. Happy Monday.
You know, I was thinking about, Allison, is that me and you had all these outfits planned for Las Vegas. So now we're just going to need to do a fashion show on Zoom at home because we obviously are quarantined. We need to just wear one of our cute outfits every single day.
Yes. That would be so much fun because now it's like I have all this stuff. I'm like, where do I go? And Bill doesn't take me anywhere. So, and I know you're listening, Bill. So anyway, I'm happy to be here with all you guys. I look forward to these Monday masterminds. I really do, just to connect with everyone in our community and our love tribe. But just to share with you what's been really working well for me. Honestly, Dave's famous "If I Will You" or "If Are You Open" or "Will you do me a favor?" Because, you know, like he said, people will let their guard down and be less will be easier to allow, you know, say yes to taking a look. And I've been utilizing the voice chat. I've kind of broken out of my comfort zone because I'm not, in the past, I've been very uncomfortable talking because I just feel like I talk too much. But I literally just bit the bullet and I reached out to a whole bunch of people that I haven't talked to in a long time and just said, hey, how you doing? You know, and just striking up a conversation. Like, and I can't tell you how many people have come back to me and said, oh my gosh, it is so good to hear your voice, because they can hear your energy. They can hear your enthusiasm. And so you know, going back and forth and just talking, seeing what's new in their lives, and just saying, you know, I'm really excited about this new thing that's going on in my life. And I said, I can't tell you that I actually haven't been this excited in a very long time. It's a new business venture that I just started, and it really could not be a more perfect time with all the chaos and stuff that's going on in the world right now. I just said that, you know, I'm expanding my offerings, and I just aligned with the world's largest CBD company. They have amazing products that I absolutely love. I give to my family, and I'm hand selecting people that I think would really be a good fit and would really, really love this opportunity. And I just think that we could do some amazing and fun things together. And they're like, send me the link. I value what you say, and I really, respect you, and I think that I'd be happy to take a look. And they all have pre-enrollee links, and, just reconnecting with people, on an emotional level is really something like at a different level. And that's really something that has been working well for me. And I just loved connecting with them again, as opposed to just reading text and just seeing the chat head bubble pop up and stuff. It's really just been so great just to connect with people, if anything. And paying compliments too, like just be really complimentary to people, to say, I've always admired you guys, admired you and what you're doing in the community, or I just love your vibe. People love that, but really authentically just connecting with them on one thing that them, because you know your people more than anything. So that's my share. I just really didn't think that would work, but it actually did. So, yeah.
Good. I love it. And you're also being proactive. You are doing a business opportunity Zoom for your team on Wednesday night, which is pretty epic. That gives everyone a chance to invite. So far we have Allison doing it. On Wednesday night, we have Stephanie's team with Carrie and Rini. You guys are doing it Wednesday night. We have Thursday night, Daryl and Debbie are doing one. Congrats, you guys. And we have James O'Reilly and Jen and James are doing theirs on Thursday as well, after Daryl. So if anyone else would like to schedule, I'm looking at the schedule. If anyone else would like to schedule a business showcase for your pocket of team, or if you don't have a team and would like to plug into another team's business opportunity Zoom, reach out to us, because it's a way right now. We challenge you guys on Saturday to get these Zooms, right? If we're working from home and we're quarantined, we might as well have our schedule filled with prospecting events, connect calls, and lots of Zooms to meet new people and build our businesses. And so I love the ones that took ownership, stepped up to, and led their team into having something to promote to. So congrats to you guys. Congrats, Allison. I can't imagine anyone not wanting to hear your voice.
So thank you. So I just want to say one thing, guys. I'm almost done the Facebook event that I'm creating. So if you guys want to join, I'm going to share it on my timeline. Feel free. I'll make it public if you just want to make it, invite whoever you want. The more the merrier. I'd be happy to have you guys. You can use it as a business tool and a prospecting. We're gonna have so much fun.
Oh my goodness. I love it. That's awesome. You rock, girl. Yes, I'm sure a lot of people that don't quite have enough for a whole team Zoom will love to jump in on that. All right, good. Okay, well, one thing we definitely have to talk about as we close this out is this Saturday. This Saturday. Who's excited? Maybe I'll wear my prom dress on Saturday, Stephanie, just for you. So this Saturday we have unfortunately, our One Team Works launch penthouse party is getting postponed. They did say they'll make it up to us, so that's good, guys. We'll definitely do it at some point, just not during this outbreak, right? But we get to have a Saturday virtual event. And right now, it's still open, right? At one point, it will be closed off because they only had so many spots open, and they have a huge company. So for now, we can invite our team members, our affiliates, and make sure they register. So if you guys are registered, let me know in the chat if you're registered for it. If you're not, you're going to want to do it right away. Reach out to one of us and we'll tell you on how to do it. Because just putting in your email, you'll be able to get on the live Zoom webinar. We'll be blowing up our Hemp Hustlers Messenger thread. All of us talking about everything that's going on. They're going to be launching a new product line on Saturday. And that's exciting to me. I'm super excited about that. I'm also excited about the training. I personally have never been to a My Daily Choice event. So I was really looking forward to the live event in Las Vegas for that reason, because I've heard from a lot of people that you leave their events completely shell-shocked, is what I've heard. And Sherry would know because she's been. But so for all of us right now, the next road show that we can physically be at is May 30th in Orlando. That's the next one. That's the one, unless it gets postponed. But for right now, May 30th seems pretty safe. So May 30th in Orlando is the next one we can plan for. And maybe possibly they'll let us do our team party there. You know, we can see. But for now, we get Saturday. We get to be on the virtual event together. We get to be quarantined safe and in our jammies or in our prom dress, whichever one we want to do. And we get to show up with you guys all together, learning, training, growing our minds, growing our skill sets, and also get to learn about the product launch all together, which I'm really, really excited. Dave, did you want to add anything?
Not really. This has been productive as usual. It's been a productive Zoom. It's always good to kind of, you know, expand our minds in terms of ways we can approach people. But I think the way you close that is the most important thing. It's all about promoting the next event, and that's the big event for the week. But I would urge any of you who want to do a private business overview for you and your guests, just reach out to us. I mean, these are short 20, 25 minute, you know, call it 30-minute tops, events. And those that are doing them are writing business. So don't be shy. You know, and if it's not just you as an individual, maybe it's you and 2 or 3 other people, you commit, and it's worth the time to do it. So anyhow, reach out to us. We're happy to do it.
Yes. Also, the last thing I'll say is Sherry made a really good point. If you guys bought a ticket for the Las Vegas event, you're going to be getting a free product from the product launches. So that's exciting too. Yeah. Okay, good. The other thing is I've been really busy on Connect calls, and Dave has too. So that's another thing. If you have a hot prospect that's influential, excited, and they just need the third-party validation, reach out to us, because we've been filling our schedules with helping you guys build your businesses and helping you get some income in your bank account with doing a lot of Connect calls and a lot of Zooms. And Dina, I will tag you in where to register. And good. Thank you guys for everyone. Love you, Anne. We're sending you some healing thoughts on the passing of your mama. And we love you, and hoping that it gets, it never gets easier, but with a little bit of time, just sending you some healing thoughts, and we love you. And thank you guys for jumping on tonight. It's been really good. Thank you for filling my cup. And I will post that document right after this in our One Team Works group. All right. Awesome.
Thanks everybody.
Awesome.
Unmuting
Always,
you.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana.
Love you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Stay healthy, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Love you
Bye.
guys. Bye. Thank you.